Welcome back to Did You Know? Life is full of incredible stories, some inspiring, some unbelievable, and some that will leave you speechless. Today we're diving into real-life stories of resilience, survival, and unexpected twists that prove anything is possible. Get ready to be amazed. Let's get started. 1. Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the man who survived 2 atomic bombs. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was a Japanese engineer who witnessed and survived both atomic bombings during World War II. On August 6, 1945, he was on a business trip in Hiroshima when the first atomic bomb struck the city. He suffered burns and temporary blindness, but managed to return to his hometown of Nagasaki. Just 3 days later, on August 9th, the second atomic bomb hit Nagasaki. Despite being exposed to radiation twice, Yamaguchi survived and lived to the age of 93. His story is a unique testament to human resilience and the ability to survive in the most unimaginable conditions. 2. Vesna Vulovic, the flight attendant who survived a 10,000-meter fall. Vesna Vulovic was a Serbian flight attendant who survived a fall from approximately 10,000 meters, 33,000 feet, without a parachute. On January 26, 1972, during a flight over Czechoslovakia, a bomb exploded on board, causing the plane to break apart in midair. Vulovic was the only survivor among 28 passengers and crew members. She suffered multiple injuries, including broken bones and temporary paralysis, but eventually recovered. Her survival was considered a miracle and was recorded in the Guinness World Records as the longest fall survived without a parachute. 3. Lincoln Hall, the climber who survived a night on Mount Everest. In May 2006, Australian mountaineer Lincoln Hall collapsed during his descent from Mount Everest. His team believed he was dead and left him behind. The next morning, another expedition found him alive, suffering from frostbite and dehydration. Hall survived thanks to his resilience and strong willpower. 4. Julian Kupka, the girl who survived a plane crash in the Amazon. In 1971, 17-year-old Julian Kupka became the sole survivor of a plane crash over the Peruvian Amazon. After 10 days of wandering through the jungle, injured and without food, she was discovered by local villagers. Her story is a testament to human endurance and survival. 5. Ada Blackjack, the woman who survived 2 years on a deserted island. In 1921, Inuit woman Ada Blackjack joined an expedition to Wrangel Island in the Arctic as a seamstress. After the other members of the expedition perished, she survived alone in extreme conditions for 2 years before being rescued. Her story is an example of courage and determination. 6. Aaron Ralston, the climber who amputated his own arm to survive. In 2003, American mountaineer Aaron Ralston got trapped in a remote part of Utah when a boulder pinned his arm. After 5 days without help, he amputated his own arm to free himself and survive. His story was later adapted into the film 127 Hours. 7. Nick Vujicic, A Life Without Limbs Full of Hope. Nick Vujicic was born in 1982 in Australia without arms and legs. Despite his disability, he became an internationally renowned motivational speaker, author, and founder of the Life Without Limbs organization. His story proves that with determination and faith, any obstacle can be overcome. 8. Malala Yousafzai, the girl who fought for education. Born in Pakistan in 1997, Malala Yousafzai became a symbol of the fight for girls' right to education. In 2012, she survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban and continued her mission. In 2014, she became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate. 9. Soichiro Honda, Rejection as the Path to Success. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda, faced many obstacles on his journey to success. During World War II, his piston factory was destroyed by bombings and later by an earthquake. Despite these setbacks, he did not give up. After the war, when gasoline was scarce, he modified bicycles by adding small engines, leading to the creation of the first Honda motorcycles. His perseverance and innovative approach transformed a small business into a global leader in the automotive industry. 10. Stephen Hawking, a genius. Despite his illness, British theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking was diagnosed with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, at the age of 21. Despite predictions of a short lifespan, he lived for another 55 years, contributing significantly to the understanding of the universe and writing the bestseller, A Brief History of Time. 11. Bethany Hamilton, the one-armed surfer. Hawaiian professional surfer Bethany Hamilton lost her left arm in a shark attack in 2003 at the age of 13. Just 1 month after the incident, she returned to surfing and continued her successful career. Her story was later adapted into the movie Soul Surfer. 12. Jean-Dominique Bauby, trapped in his own body. French journalist Jean-Dominique Bauby suffered a stroke that left him with locked-in syndrome, meaning he was fully conscious but unable to move. Despite this, he wrote the book The Diving Bell and the Butterfly by blinking his left eye. 13. Helen Keller, the blind and deaf writer who changed the world. Helen Keller lost her sight and hearing at 19 months old. Despite this, she learned to communicate and became a writer, activist, and the first deafblind person to graduate from Harvard. Her story continues to inspire millions worldwide. 14. Nelson Mandela, the freedom fighter who forgave. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid in South Africa. After his release in 1990, he became a symbol of reconciliation and forgiveness. In 1994, he was elected as the country's first black president and received the Nobel Peace Prize. 15. Terry Fox, the runner with an amputated leg. Canadian athlete Terry Fox lost his leg to cancer. In 1980, he began the Marathon of Hope, running across Canada to raise awareness and funds for cancer research. Though he couldn't finish due to worsening health, his legacy continues with annual charity runs in his honor. 16. Stephen King, from rejection to bestsellers. Stephen King, now known as the master of horror, faced multiple rejections early in his career. His first novel, Carrie, was rejected by numerous publishers. Frustrated, King threw the manuscript in the trash, but his wife Tabitha retrieved it and encouraged him to try again. Carrie was eventually published and launched his successful writing career. 17. J.K. Rowling, from rejection to global success. Joanne Rowling, known as J.K. Rowling, faced numerous challenges before becoming the world-famous author of Harry Potter. While writing the first book, she was a single mother living on welfare and battling depression. After several rejections, a small publisher, Bloomsbury, finally accepted her manuscript. Today, Harry Potter is one of the best-selling book series of all time, and Rowling is one of the most influential authors in history. 18. Diane Niad, the woman who swam from Cuba to Florida at 64. Diane Niad had a dream: to swim 177 kilometers, 110 miles, from Cuba to Florida without a shark cage. She attempted multiple times, facing strong currents, exhaustion, and dangerous jellyfish. But she never gave up. In 2013, at the age of 64, she finally succeeded, becoming the first person to complete this journey without protection. After 53 hours in the water, she emerged with a message: never give up. 19. Karim Bouchatata, the man who captured snowfall in the Sahara. Imagine the Sahara Desert, scorching sun, dry air, endless sand. Now imagine snow falling over it. In 2016, something extraordinary happened in Ain Sefra, Algeria. Snow fell in the Sahara for the first time in 37 years. Local photographer Karim Bouchatata was at the right place at the right time and captured breathtaking images that went viral worldwide. 20. John Bramblett, the blind artist who paints by touch. John Bramblett lost his sight due to progressive epilepsy. He not only lost his vision, but also hope. Instead of giving up, he found a new way to express himself, through painting. Though he cannot see colors, he feels them by using textured paints. Today, he is a globally recognized artist whose paintings are full of vibrant colors and detail, even though he has never seen them. And that's it for today's episode. Life is full of unexpected twists, and these stories remind us that courage, determination, and a little bit of luck can change everything. Which story amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a mind-blowing story. See you next time on Did You Know?